Yeah, so we're trying to solve two challenges. One relates to how we send information from a farm to a consumer to give them confidence, and the other is how we send similar but different information to a supermarket for their purposes. And so this trial we're doing with PIRSA relates to the consumer information. So what we're doing is we're automating the gathering of information from a farm, in this case a dairy farm. We're sending it over the 5G network to Flourio Milk, and then we're associating that information with a barcode. So it's a perfect opportunity to be able to attach the physical to the digital. So there are a number of farms who have got sensors now installed in their vats. And so the key to what we're doing here is we're recording that information in real time. So that becomes important when milk is arriving at Woolworths, for example, and they're scanning at a distribution centre, and they can see that the proof of all of those things that have happened, when it was milked, what temperature it was kept at, is actually true. Now that might not be important for us as humans to know, we trust, but machines don't trust. They need that evidence that that really did happen when it says it happened on the ledger.
The added benefit that I'm seeing from the farmers in the early stages are things like, things do go wrong and power failures and vat temperatures go up. So for us to be able to put temperature alarms on that, notifications that once it goes above a certain temp for a certain amount of time to the farmer, we can save thousands of litres per year.
They get visibility over where their milk goes once it leaves their farm. It shows how consumers engage with that milk. They're seeing that whole cycle, that whole traceability journey of their milk. I guess our vision has always been that we would prove this up through the beta trial that we're doing thanks to PIRSA, and in the future we'd look to apply it in a number of different ways. For example, removing paper from cross-border transactions when we export products, being able to measure and validate carbon in the supply chain through a life cycle analysis and being able to tokenise that carbon and have it offset. Being able to do digital transactions. Australia's central bank, the Reserve Bank, is currently looking at central digital currencies, and so being able to trade in that area and give farmers another access to market.
Trying to set a goal for 5 years' time is a bit challenging with the way technology is moving, but we have no doubt that in the pretty near future we'll be able to have consumer being able to have full traceability of where their products come from, the temperatures it sits at, and be able to know that their food's safe coming from Flourio Milk.